Paul, I don't even know what to say. The lads have played so well there, and then there's a lack of concentration at the end.
Well, no, there's not even a lack of concentration. It's as simple as that. They worked it and they got a block, and Jack Armour just got shoved a little bit further forward. No, I'm not saying it's a foul. It wasn't a foul, but they just worked the block. It's a good delivery. So no, it's not a lack of concentration. But I'm absolutely gutted for the players out there. Absolutely gutted, because we didn't deserve that. We certainly didn't deserve it. That's for sure. I thought we came here with a really solid game plan. I thought the players executed it absolutely magnificently well. Probably, if I'm honest, we probably should have made a little bit more of the opportunities that we had. And I get it that Thomas has had to make a couple of comfortable saves. There was a one save maybe second half where he's tipped over the bar as they're throwing things forward. But you know, we'd got ourselves into a position where the crowd had turned and they were getting frustrated and the Portsmouth players were getting frustrated. But it's those fine margins, isn't it? When you're at the bottom and when you're at the top, there's a difference in it. And unfortunately, we've been done with it today.
Sticking to the game plan, we saw that second half. We were the team that looked most likely.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and probably should have scored. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think the keeper's made a really good save from Butts. I don't know whether he slipped, but he sort of made it look a difficult save. But we've had other opportunities where we've got in the final third, and I thought first half we did as well. Jack Armour's put a brilliant cross into the far post. Finn Back's had a good run down the right hand side, and we ended up getting a corner from it because we didn't quite find that final ball. But we've done a lot of good things, but as I say, I'm absolutely gutted for them because we go away with nothing.
That's the overriding feeling, isn't it? The fact that everybody's going to be devastated after putting in a performance like that.
Well, the performance unfortunately gets forgotten. People only see the result in a day or so. Probably even tomorrow people will see it. The ones who've been here today have witnessed what we have done and how well the players have gone about it. But you just get nothing for it, and that's what we're taking away. And I think that's the massive disappointment for me, is that I think the players deserved something out of it today, the way they've gone about it. But the challenge is now, again, we've come to a top of the table side like we did to Bolton, and we've shown that we can compete, we've shown that we can play football, because it wasn't just about working and competing today. We've actually played some good football and created some good opportunities. But the challenge is we have to do it every game. We have to do it at home on a Tuesday night against Burton Albion. We've got to then take it into Cambridge away, because unfortunately we've got 0 points out of this game today. The league table still doesn't look very nice, and you know, I don't want to be a team that's playing well in games and getting nothing for it. I'd rather play rubbish and pick points up, because our challenge is to make sure we stay in the league, and losing to a 92nd, 93rd, whatever it was, header today is not going to help us achieve what we want.
Having said that, Paul, you must take a lot from it when you've seen something like that. There must be stuff that you can say, OK, we didn't get the points, but there's stuff to build on here.
Well, that's what we have to, and we've got to do that. I mean, I thought every single one of them were outstanding today. I really did. Thought the two full-backs were outstanding. Finn and Jack Armour, I thought, put in real solid performances. Thought the midfield, we had good control over it, and again, let's not take anything away. These are a good side, Portsmouth. They're a good side. You don't get top of the league and unbeaten since March by being an average side. They're a good side, but I thought we dealt with the game for 90 odd minutes. Dealt well, even once they scored the goal. I thought we dealt with everything really well. It's just that fine margins that we've come on the wrong side of it, unfortunately, again.
It's a fine margin of getting that goal, isn't it? And there's so many good opportunities there. You just think to yourself, they're going to come.
Yeah, you have to score. You've got to, and that's the difference. The higher you go, it's those goal scorers. It's those people who can go and finish it off, and that's the biggest challenge, is getting them type of players into your football club. They're the ones that cost the most money. They're the ones that are most difficult to get hold of. But we'll keep working. We'll keep trying to push on. I think this has been a huge improvement from Orient at home last weekend. That's the first thing I'll say. But this was more like us today, more like how I want us to be. Sadly, again, though, we're saying we've got no points out of it.
You mentioned the defence and midfield. Maguire and Garner, they're really working hard. Joe was all over the place up front there.
Yeah, Joe was excellent. I mean, I wanted to keep him on. He did what Joe Garner does and got himself booked, which is a bit of a silly challenge. There wasn't really any need to, and then I've got to take him off because I couldn't run the risk of losing him. Alfie was feeling his thigh, so we've got him off. I hope I've got him off in time, because we are really thin on numbers, and we have 17 outfield players fit. We can't afford to have any injuries going into Tuesday night's game at home, but we have to take whatever disappointment, anger, whatever it is you're feeling today, we have to take that into Tuesday night, because that's 2 defeats, 2 1-0 defeats, different type of performances that both ended up with the same result. But I do think there was a lot of good things today that we've got to make sure we build on and stay positive with.
I pick up on a word there, Paul. There can't be any anger, surely, not from the fans, not from the players, not from yourself, when you've seen something like that.
I'm not angry at the players, no. I'm angry that we've got nothing out of it. That's what football does to you sometimes. I think we've picked ourselves up properly after the disappointment of a home defeat, and I think we've approached this game in the right way. We've gone about it in the right way. We've, as I said at the start, we've had a game plan that the players have been meticulous in the way they've stuck to it. But I'm angry that they haven't got a reward from it. And even if the reward would have been 1 point, it would have been a magnificent point to come here. This is a difficult place to come, as is shown in their record so far. But we have to just keep going. We've got to keep our heads. We've got to keep calm. Make sure we take the positives out of the way we did about the things we did today. But we know we've still got to keep improving.
Same 11 for the 4th game in a row. That tells us that you're seeing something there.
Yeah, I think there has been. I think they deserve to go again. Really, they deserved another opportunity, and that's why we've gone with that side. Now we'll just count the heads, and we'll see how everybody is on Monday with regards to Tuesday night now.
Callum off at the end, just to clear that up, is that just a tactical?
Well, yeah, he got cramp, but also he'd got that yellow card, so we have to be careful in games like this when you've got a full house baying for red cards. We can't take any chances, and he was getting cramp, and when that happens you just need to pull somebody's shirt and tug somebody back because your legs are going, and I wasn't prepared to take that chance. But Robbo come in, and I thought it wasn't anything to do with that change. It was just unfortunate we conceded from the set play.
Danny, he picked up where he left off from Tuesday, didn't he? That shows that you need the players to do that, so you can have faith in them to do what he did today.
Well, when they get an opportunity in those bounce games, they have to do a job. He hasn't been involved because unfortunately he hasn't done the job that we want him to do. He showed a bit of life. We had a couple of little niggles coming into the game today, and that's the reason why I chose to go with Butts and not Corey Whelan. And I know Corey will be disappointed, but he's important to us, so that the decisions are made game to game on people who are coming in with niggles and changes that I see maybe possibly needed to be made. So they're all going to be needed because, as I keep saying, we've only got 17 outfield players fit at the moment.
And the keepers as well, Gabe, on there for Jockle.
Yeah, Jockle, he reported, well, he didn't come in on Friday morning. He said he'd been throwing up all night. He had some sort of sickness bug. Don't know whether it's food poisoning or some sort of bug. I have no idea. But when you've got a 7 or 8 hour journey down to Portsmouth all in a confined space, the last thing we needed is anybody else picking it up. So we made the decision to leave Jockle at home and bring Gabe with us. And thankfully he wasn't called upon, but he's a fully able replacement.
That lot behind the goal never shut up again. We knew the numbers were coming. They're great.
They're outstanding. They really were, and what a trek for them to come down. So I'm really disappointed that everybody's gone away with nothing. That could have been a really important point for us today. Sadly, they're all going away disappointed as we are, and we have to just pick ourselves up to go again.
On Tuesday, and you've already said it, Burton, let's do it right.
No, we have to, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a tough game because they're a good side. They're an established, maybe a little bit of a yo-yo Championship League One side, so it's going to be a tough test for us, and they'll have had a physical game today. I think they played Bristol Rovers, so that'll be a demanding game for them. I hope it was a demanding game, and we've got to go and do it properly at home now.